بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. ربنا يسر ولا تعسر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين يا فتاح العليم. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. يا مقلب القلوب ثبت قلوبنا على دينك. اللهم يا مصرف القلوب صرف قلوبنا على طاعتك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. We thank and we praise Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for another opportunity. Alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah. I just came across a hadith this morning, alhamdulillah. I was listening to something and someone quoted the hadith in which the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that for each and every harf that we recite, for each and every harf that we recite, there is 10 rewards. Right? So then the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam further goes on and says that Alif Lam Mim. I'm not saying that Alif Lam Mim is a harf, but rather Alif is a harf, Lam is a harf, and Mim is a harf. So for each and every letter that is recited, one would receive at least 10 rewards. If the intention is right, etc., etc., Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala might multiply it up to 700 times. Right? And then I think about this beginners, and then the Prophet ﷺ says, the one who stutters, and that one, that person gets double the reward. Imagine. That person gets double. And then the Prophet ﷺ says, the mahir, a mahir is a master, right? Like the what you call it, reciter, top class reciter, right? He is ma'as-safaratil kiram barara. He is one of those noble scribes, those special malaika. He's on their rank, right? So as we are getting, inshallah, double the reward, but we still aspire, inshallah, to become of the experts of the recitation of the Quran, inshallah. So we are very, very fortunate to be able to be in a gathering where we are able to engage with the text of the Quran, to learn various words of the Quran, whether we are struggling, whether we are, for the one that's expert reciter and for the one that's struggling, there is reward for both. Alhamdulillah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us eligible for that reward, correct our intention, inshallah. Make it such that we receive the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We get into it, inshallah. Last week we stopped at Hamzatul Wasl will be assigned kasra if third letter of the verb as a fatha or kasra. Remember that one? Right? Okay. The first one we were busy with was a dhamma. Can everybody remember? So if we didn't know how to recite it, for example, I don't have the notes in front of me. Let me just go up quickly. For example, ukhruj. Right? You're not going to recite ikhrij or ikhruj or akhruj. You recite ukhruj or udkhul or udhkur, urkud, ustuhfidu, ushdud. That's in the block before this, right? Utlu ma uhiya, ujtuthat. Because the ta and the lam and the ta has a dhamma. So what we're going to put onto the hamzatul wasl, we're going to put a dhamma. So now obviously look, there's always exceptions to the rule, remember? Right? There's always exceptions to the rule. So in the next block over there, exceptional cases with a kasra, a dhamma on the third letter, even though there's a dhamma on the third letter, can everybody see on the qaf over there? Right? But this will be recited ittaqu. Even though there's a dhamma, then this one as well, iqdu. Next one, ibnu, imshu. You want to recite umshu. Everybody with me? Those four are exceptional words, so don't worry about them. It's probably very rare that you're going to come across it. But you're going to come across ittaqu a lot. Ittaqullah, ya ibadallah, ittaqullah. But you won't hear the Imam on Jummah say, ya ibadallah, ittaqullah. Technically you're supposed to say that, right? But that's the exception to the rule. You say ittaqullah. You know what's so funny, right? If you don't check the exceptions and you don't realize it, Then it's so funny. Next Friday when you're in Jumu'ah, then you're going to notice the Imam say Ittaqullah. But why did he say Itta and it's Qu? Is the Imam making a mistake or did I misunderstand, etc., etc.? So now you're going to notice it all the time, inshallah. So now we're busy with the Hamzatul Wasl again. And the Hamzatul Wasl will be assigned a kasrah if the third letter of the verb has a fatha or a kasrah. Alright? Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Everybody understand that, right? So you'll use a kasrah at the beginning if the third letter has a fatha or a kasrah. So whether it's a fatha or a kasrah, the beginning is going to be a kasrah. A kasrah. Everybody with me? So a kasrah will take place at the beginning of the word on the Hamzatul Wasl if the third letter of the word has a fatha or a kasrah. Everybody with me? Was that clear? Let's say it again. Just read the top quickly. Just take a moment to read the top. The heading. So basically, if there's a fatha, then the beginning of the word is not going to be a fatha. If it's a kasrah, then the beginning of the word is not going to be a kasrah. If it's a fatha and a kasrah, then the beginning of the word will be a kasrah for both of them. Is everybody with me? Let's read it inshallah. إِثَّاقَلْتُمْ إِجَعَلْ. Everybody see that? It's supposed to technically be أَجَعَلْ. Alright? But how do we recite it? إِجَعَلْ إِحْمِلْ. There's a word that comes from إِحْمِلْ. Who can remember that word? إِحْمِلْ to carry? حامل. Yeah. إِخْسَأُوا إِدَّارَكُوا إِسْتَعِينُوا إِشْرَحْ إِصْبِرْ. Nice. إِصْطَفَى. Remember there are certain words, for example like the sword, right? Remember this. The sword will never be empty. So you'll never recite it like this, Istafa. The sword will always be, as one of those letters, will always be a full mouth letter, right? So even though there's a kasra before it, how will we recite it? Istafa. Nice. Idrib. Nice. Iltaqaytum. I'mal. We know this word already, right? I'mal. Ihtazzat. Nice. Ihbitu. Intadiru. Next chapter. Any questions on that one? I think it was fairly simple, right? Straightforward. Hamzatul Wasl will be assigned kasra in nouns. What's a noun? That's a translation of a noun. We all know what a noun, right? We know what an ism is, right? So it's actually easier to explain a noun in Arabic, right? So we understand it. So whenever you find a Hamzatul Wasl on a noun, on the ism, right? And then, so Hamzatul Wasl will be assigned a kasra in nouns. Khalas. Everybody with me? So whenever you see a noun and there's a Hamzatul Wasl, it will always be assigned a kasra. Fahimtum? Right? Okay. Ithnani. Ithnataini. Ibna. Ibnata. Ibni. Ibnatayya. Imru'un. Imra'atu. Imri'in. Isma. That how do we know when we use the word ism? Masmuk. Alright, that's how we go through. I notice on the slides. Only you had a slide on the side? Sure. Yeah, just slide it. Can you remember where it was? Please.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, everybody see it? Suppose I should be before it. Before we get to the slides, inshallah, can we read page 26, please? Everybody on page 26? Hey? Because he was supposedly the greatest of creation. Why did they say the Prophet ﷺ's face was like? They had to improvise with too much. Everybody see that? Al-Jibala. Everybody see that? No? No? See it now? For example, when we decide this over here, this over. Give me another color. Sorry. Easy? Everybody see that? Right? So over here now, we decide what to do with this, but we just do this block inshallah. Wal jibala